VOD starting to record. It's going to be really weird because that's just what it's going to open with because I clicked the button halfway through that sentence. Hi, YouTube. Welcome to part 1 / stream 1, depending on when you're watching this, of Pillars of Eternity. Yeah, I know you remember that, Panda, because so many of my quotes about being gay came from that game, and you remember the bloody numbers. Right, what are we dealing with here? Oh, hello, Alice. What have you got? What's that? Cheese! She's brought a bag of cheese home. Vintage cheddar. Ooh, lovely. Smoked applewood cheese. Oh my god, how much did you get? Beach smoked cheddar. And scorpion.
What's scorpion?
Cheddar cheese, crushed chili, jalapeno, red bell peppers, garlic powder, onion powder, Trinidad scorpion chili. So, cheddar with lots of chili.
Yep.
Okay, well that one's for you then.
Yeah. Right, I got it. Because these ones I got for sharing. This one.
Yeah, okay, I see how it is.
Yeah.
I finished the Hayseed Night, by the way. Yeah, I can smell it from here.
Yeah.
It smells nice.
That's
Smoked cheese always smells pretty nice. Cheese! Alice.
Hey, Panda.
Make sure there's milk nearby. There is milk in the cheese.
I also had a bit.
Spicy cheese, it being cheese, just tends to take the edge off of the spiciness by nature.
Yeah. Also, I mean, again, take my word with a grain of salt.
It isn't that bad, says the person who owns Godslayer hot sauce.
That tastes awful. I feel bad.
Yeah, it's made to be hot, not to be good.
Also, the regret.
Regret sauce also, which is higher on the Scoville scale than Godslayer. Right, okay. Pillars of Eternity. Display the effects of choosing conversation options on reputation and personality. Knockout injuries. I'll leave this at default. I've not played this before. Auto pause. This is a real-time with pause combat system similar to Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I know that much. Auto pause if someone hits low health. Auto pause on combat start. Puts combat into slow mode based on number of active enemies. Auto pause at fixed intervals. The sequel got a patch to add turn-based combat, but it's real slow. Fair. I mean, if the game was built for this, then putting a different system in place would probably be a bit awkward. Big head mode, ludicrously disproportionate to their bodies. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, thanks, Josh. What? Ligatures will be used on certain... I don't know what a ligature is. That's a big word. Let's pull that down a bit. Okay. Save. Right, let's get started, shall we? Let's see what we're in for. It defaulted to easy. It is strongly recommended for those who are new or recently returning to real-time party-based RPGs. I mean, I suppose I am recently returning. It was quite a while ago that I played Baldur's Gate 2. Is this something you can change afterwards? Normal, not recommended to newcomers to real-time party-based RPGs. We'll start on easy. I am a firm believer of being against the stigma of playing on easier difficulties. It does not make you a lesser person. It does not mean you didn't really complete the game, in massive air quotes. You play the game however you have fun. If you had fun, you beat that game. Right. Change the difficulty, only changes it for areas you have not already entered. I mean, if I do find it too easy, I will turn it up. Like, I'm all for finding the difficulty that is right for the player. Path of the Damned. What does it even say? Enemies receive a bonus to most stats and encounters of many more enemies. This option can't be changed in-game. If you go with Path of the Damned, you're stuck on Path of the Damned. Oh dear. Story time for players interested in exploration and story rather than the challenge of combat. Enemy composition is the same as normal, but mechanics are biased in the player's favour, and the party can carry an unlimited number of camping supplies. Oh, that's nice. Ligature is when the special characters for combined characters. Oh, yeah, that would probably throw me off in reading. I'll probably keep that off. I don't know any special characters. Right. So this is going to be like a grand, probably like 50-hour RPG. Just putting that out there. Yes, by Obsidian. The people who made New Vegas and other games, Outer Worlds, and are currently working on Avowed and other example games here because I can't remember things very well on the spot. Oh gosh, hecky.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering.
Oh, I've got
and
dysentery.
one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Damn. Okay. I am very sick, which immediately means I can't play as Greb. Greb doesn't get sick. Okay, we have 6 races. Humans, which get bonus to resolve and might. I don't really know what these mean yet. Resolve, internal drive, determination, emotional intensity. Used for mental intimidation, leadership, and convincing performances. In combat, helps characters maintain concentration and contributes to the will and deflection defenses. Sounds kind of willpower adjacent. Might. The strength for... Oh, yes, Alice? Mine. And she just came in to ask about something in the fridge. Right. Brute force as well as the ability to channel powerful magic. Okay. Intimidation... In combat, both damage and healing, as well as fortitude defense. Alright. What's an Aumaua? The mighty Aumaua are the largest of the Kith races, and are commonly found in or near oceans. Though not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as Rauatai, are based on naval dominance, known for unparalleled strength. Shark people. Nice. Dwarves. Just seems like your typical fantasy dwarf. By virtue of land covered and number of colonies settled, dwarves are the most well-travelled race in the world. They are commonly found in the Deerwood, the Valian republics, and almost any colonized land. Dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity. They are not known for their dexterity. Okay. Elves. Dominant race in Ir Glanfath and the White that wends. They're extremely common in the Deerwood and Adir. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence, as well as a commonly isolationist nature. Bonus to dex and perception. Orlan. Look at this little grab. Orlans are the smallest of the Kith races, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Also notable for their large ears, two-toned skin, and hirsute bodies, Orlans are commonly found in Ir Glanfath, the Ixamital Plains, and parts of the Deerwood, known for their mental intensity and sharp senses. And godlike. The godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races, who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and the godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Thank you for the head pats. Oh no, that's okay, Kusi. I'll have a look. I will have a look. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. Interesting. So if I go human, do I then get sub-races? Yes, meadow folk, ocean folk, and savannah folk, which also give different bonuses. Island or coastal. Mountain or boreal dwarf. In accuracy against any creature of the wilder or primordial types. Elves come in pale and wood flavors. Orlans come in half and wild flavors. Ooh. Like a little mini dryad kind of looking creature. Defiant resolve. After being subjected to a will attack, temporarily gain bonus to all defenses. Godlikes. Come in nature, moon, fire, and death. Okay. Bonus to certain stats if endurance is low. Is endurance health? No, it's a short-term survivability. Okay. Damage that is not absorbed by damage reduction goes straight to their endurance and health. Potions and healing magic can restore endurance in combat. If endurance reaches 0, you're knocked out. They can be brought back through revive abilities, otherwise they regain their endurance at the end of combat, assuming they're on the winning side. Okay, so endurance is short-term health, and then health is just your long-term. Right, okay, that's interesting. Quite a bit of depth going on here from the looks of things. Moon godlike. Fire godlike, oh wow, okay. Death godlike, oh god. That is quite a face. If you attack someone who has less than a quarter of their endurance, you do more damage. Death godlike are commonly killed at birth, because many cultures consider them to be harbingers of doom. Wow. I'm not sure what I want to be. I might just be a little Orlan because I think it's funny. I mean, if I was going to make a Greb-like character, I would be an Orlan. If I'm going to be more like me, I think I'm going Elf. Distant advantage against any enemy that is more than 4 meters away, assuming it's in meters. I mean, what else could it be? Could be malms. Could be some made-up measurement for the world. It's probably meters. Wood elves gain a bonus to accuracy, deflection, and reflex. Yalms. Or increased burn and freeze damage reduction. Get elemental endurance. So it's basically, do I want defense or offense? Also, if I'm going to be using a sword, if I'm going to be a fighter, at least, then this isn't going to come into play that often, is it? But I'm not sure what the classes even are yet. We're probably going to be spending a fair bit of time in character creation here. Let's go Pale Elf for now, because that green is somewhat adjacent to me. Okay, here we go. Hey, bird. We finished Hayseed Night. It was brilliant.
Hey, Val, take a break. Have some water.
Thank you.
Stop slouching.
Right. Barbarian, Chanter, Cypher, Druid, Fighter, Monk, Paladin, Priest, Ranger, Rogue, or Wizard. Right, which one parries the most? Chanter is weird, you never got the hang of it. Well, some of these I recognize from, like, your standard fantasy classes, but what is a Chanter? Chanters to be the most ancient workers of magic. Their hallowed phrases stirring the collective memory of wayward souls around them, compelling them to generate magical effects in a kind of reenactment. In some societies, chanters form organized groups of storytellers and researchers, but in most parts of the world, they are just a time-honored part of local folk traditions. Phrases and chants. They speak chants made up of magical phrases. Phrases produce passive effects and help build a chanter's power until they can use an invocation. And an invocation is a powerful magic effect after you've spoken some phrases through chants. Okay, so... So you, like, build up with one ability, which gives some passive buffs, and then once you've built up some buffs, you spend it on a big ability. Okay. Yep. Do rogues parry? Have you played Pillars of Eternity, Warbird? I also said, Bird, when I finished the game, I was like, don't give me any money. If you're going to tip the stream, I want you to instead spend that money on buying the game. And then someone tipped me exactly enough money to buy the game. So I gifted it to someone. You have no idea. Oh, you're just grasping at nothing. Not even straws. Rogues are vicious killers, feared for the brutality of their attacks. Part of a surprise assault, withering attacks, breaking enemy ranks and morale, and congregate in larger numbers in cities where they can be steadily employed as mercenaries or hired muscle. Start with sneak attack. Yeah, it just seems like pretty typical rogue stuff. I mean, I do like rogues in a lot of fantasy settings. What's a cipher? Recent discovery in the Eastern Reach, ciphers were once called Brishalgwyn? Don't know how to pronounce that I with that accent on it. Mind Hunters by the Glanfafans. The ability to directly contact and manipulate another person's soul and psyche, using an ally's or enemy's essence as the focus for their magic. Though most ciphers are still found in the Eastern Reach, practitioners of the techniques have spread throughout the known world. Gaining acceptance over time, but are generally distrusted, especially by the uneducated. Directly target allies and enemies with powerful soul-focused effects. Okay. These powers cost focus, which ciphers build through the use of their soul whip. Soul whip? Did you know whips can't be parried? Pretty low health, very low endurance, decent accuracy, decent deflection. Defense used to resist direct melee and ranged attacks against the character that are not AoE. It's defined by the character's class, level, and resolve, but may be influenced by shield, certain weapons, talents, or other effects from spells or items. That's literally a parry stat. That's literally a parrying stat. Who has the highest parrying stat? Probably something like a paladin, I would imagine. 20? Average? 15? Low. Fighter? Very high. God damn it. Do I want to be a fighter? It feels like such a boring choice. Rogues gain an ability called Riposte that gives a chance to counterattack on enemies that miss or graze because of deflection. Rogues do start with low deflection, though. But getting to counter when you do it? I have to find things that boost my deflection, I guess. Am I sold on that alone? Maybe. What about monks? Monks have high deflection. As monks are damaged, that... Ow. Thank you, bird.
A riposte is literally a parrying stab when you think about it.
Well, yeah. I know. As monks are damaged, their pain generates wounds. Wounds can be used to power many of the monk's special abilities. So a monk has to take damage to be effective, it sounds like, from that. Shantig have played like melee with magic effects going off in the background. They do have high deflection. Lore. Accumulated miscellaneous knowledge and trivia. I'm full of lore on things like Monster Hunter or like Metal Gear Rising. Mechanics. Oh, that's for trap stuff. Makes it easier to open locks and find and disable traps. Any character can use the mechanics skill to place traps of their own. The higher the skill, the more accurate the trap. Conversations and interactions, mechanics can be used to activate or disable a variety of machines. Huh. When a monk gets wounded, they're into it? Yeah. That's okay, Gwen. You rest. No need to be super active in chat all the time. It's all good. Average. I kind of sold on Riposte, though. But Fighter starts with, like, the highest deflection. And I probably do want to be in the thick of it. My playstyle would probably get me killed if I'm playing as a rogue, because I'll want to be parrying everything and being right in the thick of it all the time, rather than sneaking about. How does it describe a fighter? Are there like subclasses of things as you get into the game? Can you say what the class of the first two companions are? Feel free. I don't mind being told that. Thank you for asking. Front lines of disciplined armies across the Eastern Reach, commonly found in cultures with an organized martial structure, can be encountered as wandering mercenaries, bodyguards, other types of sellswords. Common element that unifies fighters is their heavy focus on endurance and melee defense. I mean, I can certainly take a beating. You start with a wizard and a fighter. Okay. But I mean, there's probably more people you find later on. And we could just be two very different kinds of fight. I'm getting so stuck on this, we've not even started. Continually regenerating health, or endurance even, during combat sounds like a good way to stay alive. Alright, we're going to be a rogue, screw it. Rogue abilities. I get to pick one. Crippling Strike or Blinding Strike. Biggest boss of RPGs is character creation. Depends on the RPG. If it's like a true RPG with tons of little stats and abilities to manage, then for me, yes. If it's an RPG where the most important thing is just your appearance, give me like 5 minutes and I'll be done. I care more about the minutiae and the mechanics. Crippling Strike. Inflicting extra damage and hobbling any enemy successfully hit. Hobbled. Reduces dex, movement, and reflexes. Accuracies versus fortitude. Okay. Yep, these sure are some numbers. Or Blinding Strike. Inflicts extra damage and blinds the targets. I get 2 crippling strikes per encounter, but only 1 blinding strike per encounter. Blind for 10 seconds. Depending on how many attacks come out in 10 seconds, that could be a game changer. I'm going to take Blinding Strike. Okay, so Might and Perception are my highly recommended stats. with Dex and Intellect being secondary. Constitution is, endurance and health. Might is strength. Plus % damage, healing, and fortitude. Okay. Dex gives me action speed and reflexes. Allows me to dodge. Okay. Reflexes, dodging. What boosts deflection? Resolve. No, not very important stat for me. How high can it go? It can go up to 18. Okay. Oh, it's only +1 per stat point. I don't know if that's good. Oh, I can take them down. I can take them down to 3. I feel like 3 Constitution is just asking to die. Plus area effect, duration, and will. Oh, they don't have to be even numbers. I've got a D&D brain in my head. They do give constant effects. It's like +6 per point. So they don't have to be even numbers. Right, okay. Action, speed, and reflex. It says these are more important. Make Yoff my guardian if you don't want to play the whole game as him. Wait, what? Make your character... Oh, right, because you're replying to... In Baldur's Gate 3, it does pay dividends to have the leader of the party, and that's usually going to be your player character, be the face of the party, because as you lead, you generally get pulled into conversations first. So being the face of the party means you want to have high charisma. So if you're going to have high charisma, you might as well be a charisma-based class for your first run-through, until you know how it works. Or to lead the group while playing as one of the origin characters who also has high charisma. And charisma-based classes are going to be Warlock, Paladin, and Bard, and Sorcerer. I think that's all. I think that's the ones that charisma's very important for them. I mean, you can play whatever you like, but if you want to, because there's a lot of talking and a lot of dialogue checks in Baldur's Gate 3. This is not it's not a 90s game like the original Baldur's Gate's Bird. This is a more modern CRPG. Right, okay, I guess that's what we're going with. Wait, I get +1s. Do I get +1s with those, or 17 perception? Let's do that. Commit to something, you know. Culture. Picking my culture. Oh, this gives me a bonus. Okay. So, resolve, more dex, more resolve, intellect, con, might, or perception. So, choosing where I basically came from, I suppose. The white that wends. Large cracked southern expanse of polar ice. The white that wends is home to pale elves and small colonies of daring explorers, outcasts, and adventurers. While virtually no plant life grows in the white, it is home to many hardy species of dangerous animals that forage from the sea or prey upon each other to survive. If I'm trying to make me, I'm gonna be from somewhere warm. I'm lizard. I'm not gonna be from the coldest place in the land. Mountainous region. Weather is unpredictable. Gulf. Give me somewhere like foresty. Pirate-infested islands, home to boreal dwarves, the Mauer, mixed variety of other races. Deadfire Archipelago is the last stop for anyone headed east. A multitude of monstrous sea creatures infest the ocean beyond, making travel virtually impossible. Oh, lovely. This game has sea leviathans. I can't wait to meet them. God damn it. Adia Empire. Tropical climate. There we go. Centered around the equator. That's more lizard-like. That's good. That's more for me. And it boosts parrying. The second game happens in Deadfire. Cool. I do own both games. I do plan on playing the second one after this one. Now, the Empire has colonies in numerous areas of the world. Greater Adia is at its heart and houses the majority of human and elven nation. Okay, so it still makes sense for me to come from there. And it boosts my parrying a little bit. I'll take it. Background. Okay. What's my background? Wait, so aristocrat is law, dissident, stealth, and law. You've made a name for yourself as a troublemaker. Disrespect for authority and a lack of care regarding the rules. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Hunter, stealth and survival. Merc, athletics and law. Clergyman, nah, that ain't me. Colonist, founding a fledgling colony in a distant land. Nah. Drifter, never quite fit in. Each new town is just a place to rest before moving on to the next. More comfortable on the road, traveling the world. Now, I'm comfortable in my cozy bedroom on my computer. Hot sea leviathans in your area. Click here to find single krakens to smooch. I'd rather not handstand. Not my jam. Labourer, do I yearn for the mines? A merchant? Or a slave? You've never known freedom. I feel like dissident. I feel like dissident's me. Okay, appearance. I get choice of 3 heads. And 100 portraits. Hang on. Does this game have a custom portraits folder? Does this game have a custom portraits folder? Pillars of Eternity custom portrait folder. I want to find it. Okay, here's a guide. Wonderful. Pillars of Eternity data art GUI portraits player folder, and then drop them in the male or female folder in this location. Alright, so it's in the Steam files. It's not in my documents or anything, so let me click browse there. Let me bring up that folder. Pillars data art GUI portraits player female. Okay, and they are PNG files. And you get a big one and a more close-up small one. Oh my god. Hang on. It's already there. My old hairstyle. That's how long I've been planning to play this game. I just saw that in the folder. With my old hairstyle. I mean, Ig Classic. Yeah, I guess that's what we're going with then. Alright. Then I guess I'll set this to match. Oh, that's armor color. Okay. Does this affect all armors I pick up? Actually, make that white and that black. It's only so maidly you can get when it's covered in armor. Hair, then. Ooh, a bit limited on choice there. I guess that will be modern Ig hair, but it'll be the classic hair portrait. Skin, it's fine as it is. Yeah, head freeze fine. Not really much in the way of asymmetrical styles like I've got. Never really had a ponytail or much care for them. Guess we'll just go hair 16. My voice. Okay.
Yeah. I've got this. Let's go!
Quickly and quietly.
Warbird CEO of Freedom just tipped £22. She's money.
She's money. Thank you very much, Warbird. Thank you. Cue me gifting Hayseed Night to someone else again.
Follow me. Let's go.
Steady does it.
Hey there. Show 'em how it's done!
Easy does it.
Hey there.
I wonder if any of these voices say sneaky little thing that sneaks.
Now I am leader of the group. Kill them all! Keeping an eye out. What is it? Now I am leader of the group.
You're mine!
Nothing will slip past me.
Yeah? I've got this.
I honestly think feisty.
Quickly and quietly.
Oh, that's the first one. Well, you can have no voice if you like, and there's no gender restriction on them either. That's nice. Enter name. Iggy. And there we go. Iggy, the level 1 rogue. With plenty of perception. And probably will still walk into traps. Be mute like Aina? Nah. There we go. We're past character creation. It only took half an hour. Caravan Master Odima. The Caravan Master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
Your voice sounds very familiar. He nods toward a looming black mess on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks.
It lets you play as a mute character? You mean like in dialogue choices, not just the barks? Of like, on my way, attack, and etc. There are some RPGs that have quest lines that allow you to get through without saying a word. The Dark Brotherhood in Oblivion comes to mind. You can get through all of that with remain silent as an option in dialogue at all times. Doom's not an RPG. Doom's a first-person shooter.
Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
Remember to drink water. You level up? No, you don't. What are you talking about? Doom? As in original Doom?
Time to have some water.
You pick
Stop
up different
slouching.
weapons, but if that's all it takes to be an RPG, then everything's a fucking RPG. And if everything's an RPG, the term becomes meaningless. Thank you for the hydrate.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
Playing the role of the Doomslayer? In every game you're playing a role, the term becomes meaningless if you use it like that, because literally everything becomes a role-playing game. That's what I'm trying to fight against, so the term still means something. Like, typically, a role-playing game, an RPG, involves stat progression of some kind, sometimes loot-based progression, sometimes character advancement-based progression, or like branching story paths. There's many different subgenres of RPGs, depending on... I don't need to get into this. You all know this, and you're all just bloody teasing me again.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
He nods in your direction. Sparfell nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. So where do I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
Okay. And what are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear.
Genres are fake. Genres give a good indicator of what to expect before getting into a game. They're by no means set in stone, for the most part. I mean, a racing game is always going to involve racing, right? It may be different flavors of racing, you know, because you've got simulation, you've got arcade, you've got more destruction-based racing games. It's not always with cars, it might be in ships or spaceships or... I don't know. Maybe an Olympics game involves racing and that's on foot. Genres give you a feel. Yes, Gwen. Literally every Olympics game ever released involves running racing. And I'm sure there's plenty others as well. It's just a dating sim between the cars. I bet that exists.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
He adds with a wink. Your character's attributes, skills, class, race, culture, and sex may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to the other responses, but give a wider variety of choices to select from. The manner in which someone responds to your choices depends on their individual personality and attitude. Okay. Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business.
So, yes.
And not if the weather holds up.
What are these huge rocks coming out the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from?
Adra.
Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days.
Interesting.
The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
That's really interesting already. Okay. So they're pretty common around here. Some kind of rock that bursts forth from the heart of the world and can contain souls. Who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans.
Odema shrugs.
Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
I'm going to try and fit that in because the VO starts before I can even say anything. What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year? Rain, mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beawick. Born out
Ewick.
of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
Spirit's path. Some kind of ghost wind? Alright. Right, I'll go see about getting those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travellers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armour-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time. She needs to find some spring berries. Watch that she doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her, you're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
He casts a sidelong glance at her.
Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get
Okay.
going before you keel over.
Right, I now need to acquaint myself with the controls.
Sure.
Alright. I can middle click to pan. Okay, I can zoom out a little bit. Welcome to Pillars of Eternity. If this is your first visit to the world of Eora, you may want to watch these windows to become familiar with the tools. Yes, I will try. Your party consists of your character and up to 5 additional companions. A party of 6 game. Okay. While the caravan is camped outside the Glenfartham ruins, Odima has assigned Kalisha to help you. Kalisha is a fighter, a class that excels at close quarters defense. Use her abilities to complement your own. Select a party member, click on their selection circle or portrait. Yeah, so
Yeah.
What you need?
like that. I can see their abilities too. Or I could probably,
What you need?
probably draw a
Yeah.
box. Okay. You can draw, draw the thingy. Move, click.
Got it.
Yep. See a red circle with a slash through it, you cannot walk on that part of the map. Action bar is hidden. To see an individual character's option, select only that character. Is space pause? Yes. Okay. Right then. Let's have a wander around then.
Stay quiet.
Oh, I pressed Alt. Scouting mode. Used for stealth and finding hidden objects like traps and secret containers. While scouting, your character selection circles will start to fill with yellow when a character is starting to detect them. Once it fills, the character is suspicious and will move to investigate while the circle fills red. If it becomes fully red, you are discovered. The ability to find hidden objects is based on his or her mechanics skill. Higher mechanics allows them to find objects at a greater distance. Okay, so mechanics is also setting traps, but finding them too. Moving towards a character accelerates how quickly they detect you. If you touch the selection circle of a character with your own, you are immediately detected. Makes sense. Oh yes, I know we're detected. We're in camp. Most people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. We'll see about that. You can interact with them by clicking on their circle. Many characters will simply greet you, but others will have larger conversations. The merchant, Hyoden, has a conversation that opens a store with equipment for sale. Is there a way for me to... Ah, yep, tab. So that's you over here.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He shakes his head and laughs when he notices you. He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Well, let's see what you got. Stores allow you to trade copper pieces. Everything in coppers? Merchants buy items from you at a greatly reduced price. If you sell something, you may see it appear in the store's inventory of a much higher cost. Stores periodically refresh inventory. I start with 100 money. Am I armed? Do I start armed? Like, C? Yeah, C for character. I have no reputation. Nobody loves me. 1000 XP for level 1. I have no athletics. Wow, I am baby. I've got elemental endurance, though. Right? That's good, I think. Time in party, 48 minutes. Are you counting all my time in character creation? Because it feels like it. Okay. Lot of stats. I for inventory? Wonderful. I do start dual-wielding daggers. Okie dokie. And leather armor. You start with a battle axe and a torch. And scale medium armor. A little stronger than mine. Recovery speed down the heavier the armor gets. Okay. There's a stash to shove trash into. Good. Cool. I am open to advice. I don't know if I should be going down or up, so I guess I'm just going to wander. Oh. What's that? The fallen tree doesn't budge. Sap oozes from the jagged wound
Not
in its
looking
trunk.
forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Okay, so that's the way our caravan is going, I guess. Horse. What is this? You've gained an ingredient. Cool. I'll make that a little bigger. Can I move this, or is it always in the corner? I can make it a little bigger. I'm just wondering, because I don't want to be covering too much if I can avoid it. I think this is always going to be in the lower right. This seems to be the edge of the map as well. Okay. I guess we are going this way then. Is there a map? Yes, there is. Wonderful. Exploration is key. As you make your way, open the area map to see what you've been to, where you've been, and what's left to find. Makes sense. Hello?
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
You sound like the caravan leader putting on a more gruff voice. Okay, I see there's a little bridge over a stream. Just trying to be... Oh, hello. Travelers, maybe. Or looters. Or bandits. Bad sign, any way you figure it. The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from it in putrid waves. A dark crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. Can I loot it? Lockpick? I'll take that. Another set of armor, I guess I'll sell it. Can't go through water. Okay, no swimming. Learning as we go. It's going to be slow going to start with. So if you're familiar with this game, I'm sorry. You're going to have to put up with me dipping my toes, so to speak, to begin with. Tab to highlight. Yeah, I got that much. Oh, now that I'm streaming this, I have a solid excuse to actually finish it at long last. Wait, is inventory...
This is recent. Not good.
Inventory's not shared. Crafting probably has its own inventory. Ah. Okay, ingredients go in their own tab. Big stash. Okie dokie. Good to know. Probably rather extensive crafting system. Can I make cheese? If I can, I can't do it yet. But cheese confirmed. The game does have cheese. An odorous, crumbly wedge of cheese. Perfect for luring rats and grebs and dinner guests alike. Cheese
Time
confirmed.
to see and not be seen.
The footprints around the campfire are indistinct and may have been here for days or longer. Beer. Yoink. Never been much of a drinker myself, but someone will find value in it. I bought this game because it has cheese. Just got to keep an eye on that one social media account. Very similar to Can You Pet the Dog? Does the game have cheese? It's definitely not run by Grab. Booze? No, I just don't really drink alcohol in general. I've not had any alcoholic drinks in years at this point, actually.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Can you eat the cheese? Oh, okay, combat. Pausable real-time system. You'll often manage more than one character at a time. It's a good idea to pause, issue orders, and then see them play out. Okie dokie. Right, we auto-pause at the start of combat, so let's get you. Go straight for it. Me? I can do that once per encounter, so I might as well try to cut the wolf's eyes out. Right, you take aggro. One of your characters has been engaged in melee. When they're engaged, they stop moving. If they move again, they provoke a disengagement attack. Okay, so attacks of opportunity or similar are a thing. Also, automatically engage enemies when they initiate attacks against them with melee weapons. Actually, can I get, like, behind it? Will that provide any kind of stab? Oh, wow, it's already nearly dead. Better result than a hit. Wait, what is a better result than a hit? Oh, a crit. Oh, my first hit of the game was a crit. Yeah, I think I get the gist of what a crit is. Grazes are worse than hits. Okay, grazes are anti-crits. I want to avoid those. Unless I'm receiving them. Whoa, shit, I just blew up that wolf from behind. Alright. Wolf hide worth 5 copper. The wolves of the Deer Wood are a large and crafty breed, bereft of the species' usual shyness, and they present a serious hazard to travellers who venture off the beaten path. Hunters who seek them out will not usually contend with a single wolf, for they travel in packs of varying size, presenting a challenge to any lone hunter. Their furry hides are valued for the warmth they can provide, and the teeth of the strongest wolves make for impressive trophies.
No problem.
Are these the berries I need?
Yeah.
Hey. I've updated my journal. I got it on good authority you're some kind of troublemaker, or at least you were in your old life. Already calling into question my dissident lifestyle. Look, just because I want to eat the rich and dismantle the monarchy at every opportunity. For some I fought for a rebellion. Yeah? How is it you happen to come here? I'm establishing my own backstory here, huh? Okay. What do I want my backstory to be? Do I want to lose, win but make it worse? We lost. I'm exiled from my own homeland. Hazard of the lifestyle, I suppose. You had to expect it was a possibility, no matter how much you didn't want it to be that way. Alicia breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle, like the rest of the lot? I hadn't given it much thought. No harm in that. Might as well see the place first. You must have some other plan in mind for coming this way. Getting into trouble, I expect. You've come to the right country. This whole place is crawling with troublemakers. It's a point of pride for them. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odema will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? Alicia sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Ixamital. I'll have to wait until that's ever voiced, or I'll just give it my own pronunciation. But I'd do anything for her. She's much better the woman than me. So I'm here, and we'll see. Odima I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. What can you tell me about the Deerwood? Well, not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. Are you okay, Alice?
Okay.
I turned the gain down, so you have to find ways to be louder now, don't you?
I tripped over a boxes on the floor and dropped my bag.
Well, how far did I get? Used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. Alright, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfel's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first, slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get you your water. Okay. Need to get used to Waz
Sure.
not really doing much for me. It's all set up to like shortcuts rather than moving the camera. Well, he was stood here a moment ago. I wonder if he's gone... if he's actually by the riverside. That wasn't
What
there
a surprise. Sparfel went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. You've gained a full water skin. Out of the trees emerges Sparfel, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait. His stride wobbly as he moves toward you with laboured breath. I'm liking this. This is really atmospheric.
Sparfel? Are you all right?
Kalisha frowns. Sparfel's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
Ah! Oh, we're going right in. Okay, and we're being flanked too. Okay. You... go for them. Me... back it up. Right, engaged in melee. You're shooting me. Ow. Right, get behind him. They're an archer. You're currently the biggest threat. I'm going to do my blind attack on you. What abilities do you have? You've got 2 knockdowns. Could do one on both of them. You get a second wind once per encounter. I only took 1 damage. I'm good. You try and knock him down. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrating an enemy's damage reduction. When the attack hits, the damage reduction will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your characters complain about it when it happens. Take heed, note the damage type that's being blocked, and switch to a weapon or spell that does a different damage type. Whoa. I got grazed for 0.3 pierce damage. Haha. Right, I think I've got this now. You go get this one. Oh, yeah, no, he's definitely down. Okay. We both go. Go for another knockdown. Got him.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Okay. Yeah, but let me loot their stuff first. If I'm a rogue, I can probably use a bow too. Oh, 2 copper pieces.
Sure.
Hooray. Okay, let's let them know we were attacked. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we're off to a great start. Pull back. Stick together. Hang on, I should equip that bow. Can't be changed in combat. Fair. Ow. This counts as a new encounter. Knock him down. Nice. Okay, let me see if I can equip the bow. Equip that as my second weapon. I don't see a slot for a quiver, so I'm going to assume bows just work. I mean, I guess I'll find out. What's the armor they have? Hired armor. It's worse than mine. Okay, so how do I swap weapons? Oh, just like that. Okay.
Eh?
Well, everyone is dead.
Val,
hang on, is there a quick
time
save?
to have some water.
Yes, there is.
Stop slouching.
F5 as expected. Wonderful. Feel free to remind me to save often. These kind of games can really sneak up on you and just murder you. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travellers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kalisha puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapour. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. Can't save in dialogue. Just tested. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Hiodan, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. I do have a law response. The ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Air Glanfath. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. You now have a rank in a disposition reputation. They represent how people perceive your personality. Oh, okay. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity, but if your main character is a priest or paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their dispositions with what is favored by their deity and order, respectively. For the main character only, their dispositions will modify the effects of holy radiance for priests and faith and conviction for paladins. Interesting. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. I do not have the resolve or athletics to do either of these, but I do have other options. I feel like I want to go with law here. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you're worshippers of Galawain. If Galawain told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Hiodan winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head, intrigued. Of course, but he would not. It is by the command of all the gods that we accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? The man glares. It has always been known to my people. Oh, I see. And what of Galawain's edict that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? You think Galawain would want some mouldy, crumbling stones to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? The man's nostrils flare as he fumes. He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did. Just not you personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted, the man's grip falters on his axe handle. and he nearly fumbles it, affording Heodan the moment he needs to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead. Alright, I want you to stand in front, and me, with the bow, shoot him. Oh, no, you're attacking them too. Alright. You go for the other hunter. Hopefully I don't accidentally hit friends. Actually, we should knock him down. I don't have any abilities pertaining to the bow, but that should get him out the fight faster. There we go. Gave him a crisis of faith to distract him. That was certainly a thing, yeah. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good. Good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst a howling maelstrom slashed across chest and bowel, Odima's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
I didn't even get a chance to loot them! This must be what a beer wick is, then. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Heodan trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for Heodan and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Heodan lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. From your position, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Dexterity requirement not met. Do I fire at the attacker regardless, or allow him to break free on his own? It seems like he's struggling. I'm going to try. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Heodan loose. Lurching to his feet, Heodan clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Heodan to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There is a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. I'm liking these little illustrations and story bits. The added sound effects are like giving me shivers.
Was that?
A Beerwick. Had to be.
Heodan's words come between wheezing gasps.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Okay.
How can I help?
Oh, you seem to also be a rogue. Okay. Experience does seem to be shared. Okay, but we've got 3 of us now. Alright. Well, I'll be the ranged rogue for now, then. A lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble.
That should be far enough. But what now?
Theodan's chest rises and falls visibly with each breath.
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
Who attacked us? Glenfarthans. Those would be the hut dwellers Odima warned you about. Look to be Fangs of Galawain, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odima. I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. And what about everyone else in the caravan? Alicia's lips press together and her chin rumples. Her voice is faint. The wheels got hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. They said we were trespassing. I don't believe that. Odima would never allow it. But as much as the Fangs are hotheads, Glenfarthans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or... She glances down the passage beyond. Or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. Alright, let's get going. So, hang on. I want to see what... I don't have any reputations yet. The tutorial made me feel like maybe I did. Or maybe it's just a hint of things to come. Or maybe I gained a point toward progressing a reputation. Oh! A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zorip. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. It's okay, I won't hurt you. The Zorip recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. Slowly back away. The Zorip watches warily as you go. Friend? Hey. Oh, no, now it's hostile. Alright. Wait, is that me? Yeah, that's me. Not friend. Sad.
What you need?
Right, you engage it in combat first. You're the fighter. Never mind. You got in the way. I'm sorry, little lizard. I'll try to make friends with the other ones that I see if I can. Zorip spear and a medium shield. Gives 12 deflection. Okay, that's a take all button. Got it. Crossbow. I do like crossbows. Leather armor. Relief gem. Been sculpted to look like an eye. That's probably important. Tattered journal. This small folio is torn in several places and blood has soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice and I've got my hands on a genuine Engwithian artifact. Fellow who's had it said it was a pretty nothing, as far as he's concerned. He's not willing to go digging in some ruins. But if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, that's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Silantlis in the morning. Then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. Okay. Even junk? What, like journals? Oh no, the journal has no value.
Wait, do you hear that?
I see it. A Skulder whelp. I have no ideas of its defenses. I've never fought one. I assume
What you
that's
need?
why. Right, I'm going to switch to my bow. Pull back. And start opening fire.
What you need?
You are going to try and knock it over.
How can I help?
And you can try and blind it. And then it explodes.
Eh?
Nice. It dropped an ear. Okay. Guess that's mine now. A hatchet. A crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Push on it. Despite the damage, the stone looks heavy and solid. Kalisha, you're probably strong. Kalisha pushes with all her might and the crack begins to spread. Finally, the ancient masonry gives way. The wall crashes down, revealing a circular room ahead. That feels like progression. Let's find what else is around here. Ooh.
Those tiles look suspicious. Let's be careful.
Trying to see if there's like a pattern. There might be a code somewhere. Oh my god, this place is huge. The eastern reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Enable scouting mode to look for hidden things.
They'll never know I'm here.
Should save as well. It does make us go much, much slower. But maybe we'll spot things. Or get the drop on an enemy. Nothing wrong with a bit of
Wonder who was here.
patient delving.
See if they left anything useful behind.
Do you spot anything? No? Okay. Small shield. Shh. A mace. 2 camping supplies. Hammer and chisel. You've discovered camping supplies. Use these to rest in the wilderness or dungeons, fully restoring abilities and health. Easy allows you to carry more camping supplies, but hard restricts them severely. If you fully run out, try to find an inn. Okay. Wonder if a hammer and chisel can actually be used like a tool. Useful for chipping away at hard surfaces, particularly ones that display structural weakness. Okay, so if you found this first, I expect I could have used this to bypass the skill check on the wall. What I'd imagine, at least. I'm going to use a crossbow instead. Right, you can carry some more garbage. I'm just going to spread that out. I probably want to keep daggers as a rogue, right? And not use a mace. What's your weapon? Battle axe. And a torch. You know what? You can also switch to a mace if you like, and a torch.
Val, stop. Have a drink.
Thank you.
Stop slouching.
It allows you to put your own portraits into the game. You just throw some PNGs in a folder and it just works.
Save me.
Save?
Got it.
Alright, let's run back over here. Considering the scouting tutorial popped up around here, I'm going to expect that there is something hidden here.
They'll never know I'm here.
So let's approach this floor. Anything?
Yeah.
Ah!
Would you look at this?
Oh, you have to be very close. Okay, they're all trapped. Sick. Alright, can I try to disarm it? Who has the highest mechanics out of all of us here? I have 2. You have 3. Alright, you take it.
How can I help?
Can you disarm that?
Found something.
Okay. The Goofy saved me from is from Goofy singing Evanescence. Is this XP shared? 686502. Yes, it is. Okay.
Found something.
So I might as well disarm all of them and get all the XP then, right? I'm just being a little experience goblin now. Or until it blows up in my face. I mean, he's managing. And he's not me, so if he blows up, it's fine. This is XP for all of us. They're all either difficulty 1 or 3, so it seems fine.
Eh?
Right, okay. That's cleared. That's another path. Let's try this way. Let's disarm all of those and then bugger off.
That roundish symbol. I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
Oh. Symbol of a patterned circle is inscribed on the pillar. An unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. If you're a fire godlike, you could just do it. Or use a torch. This probably disarms the traps. If you did not have the means
My eyes
to
are peeled.
disarm it by hand. I wonder if that gives an equal amount of XP. Or even a differing amount. I do appreciate the fact that there are multiple solutions to these problems. Oh, pause. There is a black ooze, which cannot be blinded, dazed, frightened, made prone, or terrified. We don't really have any element. Oh, I mean, torches, I guess, are elemental. Can you, Can you dual-wield torches? Dual-wield torches and just try and set it on fire. That might be an option. Definitely knows we're here, because these other attacks are probably not going to do much. There you go.
Sure.
Ooze plasma. A congealed mass of thick and opaque jelly.
Time to see
Delicious.
and not be seen.
A poleaxe. Poleaxe? Not sure how to pronounce it with 2 L's. Two-handed slow weapon.
Yeah.
What's that muck on the wall?
Good question. Viscous and oily, this muck clings to anything it touches. A viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. I could use my water skin to clear off the ooze. I feel like I need to drink that or I'll die. But what the heck, why not? You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. A gem fills the other. But the gem I found in there. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. Hey. Oh. Ooze! We must continue to fight Uzi. It does seem to have some physical resistance, but not immune to physical damage. Alright, what's in here? A minor cloak of protection, an amethyst and an Adra. Organic material, crystalline in structure, but shell-like in substance. Adra can be found growing up through the ground in veins in many parts of Eora. Easy to carve and manipulate, it is a favourite of jewelers as a semi-precious stone, and is often cut more intricately and beautifully than other gems. Alright. I think I'll put that on. Upgrade. Oozy, why? Look, that ooze was coming right at me with a knife. You all saw it. This mural must be ancient, yet the colours are still bright and vivid. It shows a procession of Ingwithians from all the Kith races, Ormawa, Elf, Orlan, Dwarf and Human. They walk among pillars similar to the ones that span this chamber, each one topped with a flame. Are these the pillars of eternity? Maybe the real pillars were the friends we made along the way.
Do you feel that? There's a draft coming through that wall.
Oh, spear spiderling.
Don't hear any sign of that storm either.
Use crossbow. You know what, maybe you should have the crossbow. I'm not going to be able to parry things at range, am I? I need to be stabbing things if I want to parry them. I'll take a bow as a backup, but you can have the crossbow. Am I interested in my friend's pillars? Oh, very interested. Can't get enough of my friend's pillars. Oh, just gibbed it. Wonderful. That looks like an exit.
They'll never know I'm here.
What's that? Bats as large as chickens are strung in the webs. Oh, lovely. A helmet. Helmets come in many forms, from the humble padded cap to fully enclosed steel great helms. Different cultures tend toward different styles of helmets, but outside the regimented armies, the type of helmet an individual wears often comes down to preference. It doesn't have stats. I can wear it anyway, but it doesn't seem to have any stats, so I'm not fussed. I'll just sell it. Right, so if that's an exit, I definitely want to check where that crumbling wall was.
I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner.
Shh. We can all do little a scout as a treat. And then we can see that little guy in the corner. And we can open fire.
Hmm?
Oh, you don't have the crossbow equipped. There you go. Nice.
Eh?
Another ear. More Adra.
No problem.
Nothing else in here? Just an alternate path? Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm really enjoying the atmosphere of this so far. You can stop sneaking, buddy.
Yeah.
What you need?
No
Actually,
problem.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. There we go. This is a strong introduction for a game like this, though, because it's showcasing all the different mechanics. Getting the player accustomed to what to expect in the game. Presenting all these different options. Older robed men. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled Adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colourless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick grey beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession, let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Ominous. What's he doing? Oh. Is that gonna kill him? Well, that seemed lovely. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision, and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with Adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of Adra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Made the torment nexus. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick grey beard in a ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. Oh, well, it seems to have turned the rest of them to stone. Oh, my friends are dead. Thanks, bird.
Narrator, I just saw a trillion different realities folding onto each other like thin sheets of metal forming a single blade. Yeah, the time knife. We've all seen it.
The time knife? I want a time knife. Like Prince of Persia? You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. It's my old hairstyle, bird. I changed my hairstyle a while back to differentiate myself from Grab. Because this is an older picture. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. One of your characters has become fatigued. Fatigue represents the physical and psychological wear and tear of demanding activity on a character, most commonly received as an injury when a character is knocked out, but some scripted interactions will also result in fatigue if they are especially grueling. It goes through multiple stages, initially inflicting minor penalties, but growing in severity over time. Resting is the easiest way to remove fatigue, though some consumables also do so. Theodan and Kalisha lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. I've leveled up. Damn, you guys didn't even get to see level 2. That's... oh god, you've got so much stuff that I was offloading on you. Well, More lockpicks for me, I guess. Do I want to use a shield? A shield and a dagger so I can parry better? And then a crossbow in my other hand? I don't know if I want to take everything here, because there's a lot of stuff. Lockpicks stack to 5. Cool. What's worth the most money? That's worth 10. That's worth 5. 5. 2. I probably need at least 1 torch, though. 5. 5. 5. Seems most... Oh, 40? Okay, armor's worth more than weapons. Let me just get my equipment sorted. Yeah, I can use a shield as a rogue. I'm gonna be like a swashbuckler type. That's the goal, at least. Can I put stuff in here? Oh shit, I can. I'll just use the stash then. Can I right click? No, right click is just quick. Oh, shift click sends to stash. Okay. I'll take all of that. And there we go, I've taken all that stuff. Right. Level up. I get 6 points to spend. I could put it all in mechanics. Athletics used for physical feats like climbing, swimming, and jumping. Stealth. Avoid being seen or heard. Used automatically in scouting mode. Higher there it is, the closer you can get before being detected. Survival. First 6 ranks grant the following bonuses. After the 6th rank, the previously earned bonuses become more powerful in the same order they were received. Huh, okay. Can also be used in certain interactions. How much damage reduction? Some damage reduction would be nice. I'll take 1 point in survival. Oh, it's only 1 point to advance it once. Okay. I'll get level 4 mechanic. I feel that's good. I don't need. I'll let someone else handle the athleticism. Athletics is useful for all classes. God damn it. Everyone should have at least 1 point in survival. I mean, yeah, that's just free damage reduction. That just seems real good. Well, not free, but, you know, easy to attain damage reduction. Alright, I'll take a point of that. Unused points will carry to the next level. Wonderful. Right. So, I get 1 unlock. That's a lot of things. Oh god, that's a lot of things. Oh god, that's so many things. Right. The heck do I want? Happy Turkey Day. I'm not American. I do not celebrate independence from Britain. I am in Britain. I wish I could celebrate my own independence from Britain. I don't like living here. Do you know how many countries celebrate independence specifically from Britain? Quite a lot. Oh, God. Right, backstab. Dramatically increased damage done from stealth or invisibility. Use melee or ranged weapon. Oh, you're offering me cheese, Alice. Hello. How nice. Oh, this is the smoked red Leicester then. Oh, lovely. Very nice, this. Yeah, we need to go through that, because we still have 2 unopened wax truckles in the fridge of cheese. Oh, yeah, as long as we don't open them, they'll keep for a while. But I'm just saying, because they're at the back of the fridge, and I know what your object permanence is like. She did forget they were there. I'm only proven right. Right, what do I want? 150% damage. Also, range damage. What's within 2 meters? So it counts for all physical weapons. Acolyte's Radiance. Similar to a priest's Holy Radiance? That doesn't sound like for me. Attune themselves to the natural world like a druid? A lot of these don't seem very roguish. Character's intense beliefs, similar to a paladin's zealous focus. Are I just taking things from other classes here, or what? Similar to a barbarian's rage? I can just take things from other classes. Is that just magic missile? Oh god, it is. Not as powerful as a wizard using it. Prestidigitator's missiles. Because I'm just a baby. The baby. Weapon focus. Plus to daggers, rapiers, maces, scepters, and rods. Ruffian. Pistols? This game has guns? Alright. Didn't know that. Accuracy to distant. Slow? No, I think throwables might have broken if nothing got thrown. That's usually the case. There you go. And there's a throwable for you. You get a cow. Cost will be writhing in his seat, I imagine. Oh god, gun fu time.
Val, stop.
Assuming guns are anywhere
drink.
near common.
Stop slouching.
Because the game may have guns, but they might be rare. Hydrate. I picked up the cheese by instinct. There. I had a drink. I didn't just eat the rest of the cheese. I've got half of it left, Alice. Plus 10 reflex. Okay, this is just plus to stats. Plus shield deflection. Shield deflection bonus applies to reflex. That would help me parry better. Fast runner, plus move speed and defense. These are all passives then. Weapon change recovery down. Small healing. Okay, it's not all passives. Drink cheese. I would if I could. Alice is just nodding to my side. Do I go backstab to go more in... let's take... I'm on my own. I'm going to take backstab. I feel like that's going to help me most while I'm soloing at the moment. You may want to review statistics, open the character sheet. Yeah, I mean, I'm good. Second level rogue. Ready to stab people in the butt.
Quickly and quietly.
So, let us progress slowly and carefully then. I'm sure just having a random vision of a man on a rack is nothing to get concerned about. I'm sure I'm fine. Ooh, flowers. Pick 'em. You like my portrait? Thank you. My endurance is 36. My health is 192. There seems to be a cut-off here. Is that my fatigue? Hang on, where do I see my... active effects? Major fatigue. Oh. I lose a quarter of my max endurance and a lot of accuracy. Oh dear. I don't know if it's safe to rest here, though. Right, what if you... Oh. Vessel flesh. That sounds lovely. Let's get a description of vessel flesh.
Iggy.
This reeking flesh once held a bound soul. With its energy fading, the flesh is entering a rapid decay. Salute. Major fatigue. Game says go to bed. No. I could be in danger. I'm getting weird visions. And I'm stealing all the vessel flesh. This massive structure is formed of stone, Adra, and copper, covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. Look, I'm just out picking flowers here. Alright, I'm here. I need to get to Gilded Vale, so... Oh, we've got a big city over there. Okay, so I know where some things are, but I have to go one step at a time. It'll take me 6 hours to do this journey. Okay, can I rest here? Use a camping bonus. Damage reduction. Oh, that's because of my survival bonus. There we go. Everything's fine now. Okay, bye. I had a little nap. Just gonna nibble more cheese. Alright, new map. All by myself.
My eyes are peeled.
Stay stealth. More supplies, lovely. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna just run into like a freaking ogre or something. So I want to be careful. Oh, more ghosts. More flowers to pick. Okay, up here's safe, and that's the path, so let's... Well, at least I have a cool cape.
Time to see and not be seen.
All my friends are dead. And I may have some weird brain disease. More ghosts, lovely. That body doesn't have anything on it. Maybe I should stick to the path for now. Does anyone have thoughts on this so far? How they're feeling about the general atmosphere and vibe? Or just the stream in general? I am open to feedback, because I've wanted to play this for a long time. The grass is still flattened behind the wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes, and squash have been overturned and abandoned. My cabbages! You've played the games and enjoyed them before. Good. Good. Who are you? Are you friendly?
Well met, friend.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? You look to be a long way from home, meaning no offense. Not sure what brought you down here, but it's no place to go wandering alone. He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to Gilded Vale. Oh, hard luck, and I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep to the road, and you haven't far to walk. I think the best lore in gaming history. I'm really looking forward to that then. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked. North of here, me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing. Pearly, he didn't make it. He shakes his head. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Where did you find the bear? In a cave a ways up that way. He turns to point to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Hate to hear that it took another life. I can take it. I'm built different. What happened to your friend? Oh, we didn't see it coming. Nonson's voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles, and we went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. Bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening. Tell me about yourself. Name's Nonton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twists. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. I will avenge your friend that I have never met.
Time to see and not be seen.
Maybe I can one-shot it with a backstab. That would be pretty sick if I could. Northwest just leads me off the map. Save. Ooh, mushrooms. Oh, that must be Pearly's body then. Which means the bear might be up here. Got my eye out. Any sign of a bear? Or a cave? More flowers to pick. Oh. That's a Zorip. Okay. I wonder if I can backstab it. Is backstab automatic? I feel like it will be.
Let's go!
29 damage. Nearly one-shot it. Blind it. Actually, no, the next hit's probably going to kill it. Yeah, it's fine. Ugh, give me your stuff. Give me your tongue. The rounded, dry tongue of a Zorip. It's mine now. Can I not just drag them to stash? Oh no, if I click stash, did that automatically take it all to stash? I think it did. Okay.
Time to see and not be seen.
Hang on, hang on, hang on. Can I get around you into your peripheral vision so you don't see me? There we go. Ooh, funny rocks. Let that wear down. Then go stab him. 35 damage. Ow. If I had a slightly better dagger or a bit more damage, I'd be laughing. A padded cap. Quarterstaff, center staff.
My eyes are peeled.
Okay. What does that say? The struts and supports are large enough to be the ribs and vertebra of a dragon. Wow. You have to kill a dragon just to build a house around here. The Zorips do seem lizardly. Or lizard adjacent. Location discovered, bear cave. I wonder what I'll find in here. Well, there's the bear. And your soul seems to be floating above your body there. Right. You can't see me from here. I'm going to save and try to sneak around it. And stab it in the back. It's just a little bear. It's a young bear. And then I will try to blind it. Nice. 86 to hit. Wonderful. Easy. I'm built different, I told you. Mice crawl through eye sockets and over femurs. Oh, lovely. Can I talk to you? Oh. Okay, I've got some kind of soul vision. A gay bar called the Bear Cave would be genius marketing. Yeah, what should... that was just a cub, and then the mother comes in and one-shots me. Lost spirit. A figure drifts, suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill. Reach out? You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you've been struck a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edges of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know suddenly that you've come a long way from the vale, hunting deer. Now you are standing before a cavern, and the darkness extends far into its depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest, as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There is a roar like thunder echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back toward the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there is a sudden terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lance true with pain, but in a moment of terrible clarity you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed in crimson to match his cloak. And then there is a great dark shape above you, and then there is more pain. The vision recedes, and you are thrown back into yourself with seemingly resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet, and the spectre lingers. In the span of energy between you both, you feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. I met him on the road, your friend. A sudden lashing anger emanates from the spirit. Rage and grief seem to pour from the gleaming figure like smoke. I'll find him and see that he answers for what he's done to you. For a moment the spirit seems to burn bright, and your head fills with a sickly triumph. The spirit seems to weaken with the force of its own exultation, growing fainter and fainter until you are alone once more. Vengeance from the grave. Oh, this is cool. This is really cool. In a morning star, that's going in the stash. That's not really a weapon for me. Scroll of Tanglefoot. 2 lockpicks. Requires 2 lore and cast Tanglefoot. Grows a patch of twisted vines that surround and entangle anyone unlucky enough to get caught inside. I could potentially cast that. I think I have 2 lore, don't I? Yeah, I can use level 1 scrolls. I guess I do want to focus mostly on mechanics, stealth and athletics then, really. Lore seems more magic-y. It did give me a cool interaction with the guy in the prologue, though. And the other stream about a vampire necromancer detective that solves murders by talking to the dead. But that is literally this game. Well, I'm not a vampire or necromancer. Yet. Right, I know this way is safe, so I'm going to run back. Got most of the map except for the lower right. But yeah, I'm going to be special. I can figure things out. Who's this? Young dwarf tending to the stew. He looks up, startled as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. What? The bandit turns. Get her, you dogs, and make sure our new cook don't run off. Help! Please help me! One of the bandits give Tenfrith a kick as they pass him, and he huddles. Oh shit. 2 bandits, and they've got the drop on me. See if I can get a shot off on my crossbow before they get into melee, I suppose. Save. You can't save in combat at all? Oh, okay. Ow. Ow. Yeah, well, he's closed the distance now. I guess try and blind him. There we go, 93 to hit. And he's grazing me, if not missing. Alright, alright, alright. Second wind? Nice. Alright, go stab him. Where's my shield? I don't seem to be wielding it. Oh, the green bits are my health. The bar that appears beneath it is time till my next attack, or action. And I guess the percentage is my chance to hit. Yeah, that's just an approximation of my health. You can also see my health depending on how red my portrait gets here. You're taking a lot of stabs. There you go. Half speed or double speed. Okay. Right, well, that's you rescued. A hood. Silver. The most common Valian coin found in the Deerwood is the silver lusky? Lusk? Fish? Known in for its resemblance to the scales of a fish. Just silver coins. Okay. Why did it take so many clicks to put it in stash? Save. I should probably get in the habit of saving after every encounter, just like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. By the flame, thank you. Thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Until they were bored with me, I suppose. I must get back home. I only hope they haven't hired a replacement. The dwarf looks aghast. Listen, next time you're in Gilded Vale, stop by the Black Hound Inn. I'll let Pasca know just what you've done for me. I'm sure she'll do right by you in turn. Oh, to be back at my oven again. You've earned a reputation. Gilded Vale, ally, faintly good. Yeah, as I saved someone important. Vegetable. Steel vegetable. Do you have any cheese? You got rice, meat, poultry. The tent is empty, but for a pair of stained cots and the stink of unwashed bodies. Ugh. And fruit. There's a bundle on Steam for both games of all expansions. Oh, nice. Oh, there you go then, if you wanted to try the game yourself. I should actually double check if I have both the expansions. Or, the expansions for both games, I mean. You know, I should really be sneaking more. God, yeah, the crossbow is so slow. Strong, though. The blind attack really helps. Okay. These aged walls appear to have once encircled this entire glade. Only a small fragment remains, and the stairs leading to the top of the structure have crumbled away. Examine closely. The heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. Scale the wall. You find a handhold upon one of the large stones and start to pull yourself up, but the uneven bricks and odd angle of ascent make the climb difficult. After a short distance, your arms begin to burn too fiercely. You're forced to drop back down to the ground. I need something to climb up there. Maybe like a little grappling hook and a piece of rope. Essential tools for any adventure. Oh, he's gone. Maybe I'll find him in town, and I'll get to, like, tell everyone what he did. Get the town on my side. Alright. Well, that's where we're going to wrap up here for today. We've gone nearly half an hour over time, because we did switch game partway through today. And next time, we will be journeying to Gilded Vale. Let me do a full main save. There we go. Right. I hope you have enjoyed yourselves today. I had an amazing time with the Hayseed Knight, and I'm looking forward to more Pillars of Eternity. But I've been looking forward to playing this for a while, so if you're enjoying it, make sure you watch it, because I'm going to be playing this for a while. And I'm scared that for longer games, viewership is going to, like, dive. Did I do all the endings? No, I only did one. And I was happy with my ending, and I left it at that. Inciting people, if they wanted to see the other endings, they should buy the game themselves. Gwen, I'll get the VOD uploaded shortly after I wrap up stream today, so don't worry, it'll be up for you, so you can catch up. Right, so let me back out of here, bring up the schedule, social links in chat. If you're watching on YouTube, the social links are in the description beneath the video. If you want to keep up to date with the stream, everything and every link you need is in there, including our Blue Sky and Discord server. Right, so thank you for watching on YouTube. I'll see you next time.